Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant, Rajan, and welcome back to Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. Coming to the market yesterday, the market probably behaved exactly as we thought, and that's exactly where we made money. Of course, that was really fantastic because, market did trade with volatility, but then still closed within the range as we discussed in the podcast yesterday. So let us just have a quick review of what happened in the market. So yesterday we could see the Nifty actually opening, flat, and from there we were expecting kind of the market to have some profit booking and of course rise back, and that's exactly what happened. We could see the market actually falling in the initial first half, and from there by in the second half we could see the market trying to recover, and finally it closed above 17,800. It closed above 17,850 in fact. So one important thing that we could see yesterday, as just as we discussed in the podcast, being expiry day, there is the volatility continued, and because of that, we could also see the market, actually Indian stock market, Nifty especially, hitting below 17,800 for a short brief period. So that's exactly what we discussed yesterday. So that's exactly what happened, and things go really well when market meets expectations, and that's what we are proud of. In fact, I'm glad that all of us at Gold Club have actually come out with good profits. So that's something really good. So coming to the market yesterday, if you see the institutions, the FIAs continued to sell. They've almost sold for 1,600 crores yesterday. But then the DIAs have always tried to support the market. They've bought for more than 2,100 crores. So overall, it was a net buying in the market, and we could see the market kind of strongly closing above 17,800. Now that the expiry is over, let us look for a clear direction now. So as of now, since January, the market was running without a clear direction and has put many traders into trouble. In fact, yesterday there was an official communication also from one of the important companies that they have stopped trading because of the volatility in the market. But then we are of course proud that in this kind of situation also we are able to trade and make money out of it. That's something really awesome. So our strategy is working, and that's something we should be really proud about. So now, apart from that, let us look at what happened in the market. So of course there was a concern because of multiple things. One, the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, that is the inflation data, was to be out for India and US, and that was an important data to be looked forward to. And apart from that, we could also we were also waiting for the HCL and Infosys results, which were to be out yesterday. So with all this, we could see yesterday, if you remember, the TCS results were on Monday, and just before that on Friday there was a kind of rally. And just as TCS results came on Tuesday, we could see TCS falling down, opening gap down and falling down. But after the fall, it was just a profit booking. It was a continuous rise. That was in spite TCS coming out with decent results. The results were good, nothing bad about it. In fact, everything were in line. But then still there was a brokerage that came out and said that they are setting a target lower, and immediately that gave some negativity, and we could see TCS going down. But then we were kind of confident, and I'm sure all of us holding TCS should be happy because it started rising. And not only that, they were also announced a dividend as discussed yesterday. So apart from that, that naturally kind of set the tone for IT sector, and we could see all the IT sector stocks actually falling down and kind of were trying to recover. Now yesterday, if you see, Infosys has actually surprised the market by giving a result which is much better than expected. So that was something really good on the part. And not just that, they've also increased the guidance for the next quarter, by almost more than 1%. So that was something really good in this kind of market condition. So this actually inspires confidence into the market. Similarly, if you look at HCL also came out with results, and they also have surprised the market by giving a better result than expected. Now with all this, I am seeing, in fact, Cyient also, the third one. So Cyient is also another company that we are holding, right? So Cyient also came out with results, and they also have given good results, and they also have announced large order wins that they have received in the recent past. So with all this, things are looking good for the IT sector, except for the fears from the US. So things are kind of looking good. I would say, as we always say, it was good time that we invested into this, and it is time to reap benefit in the longer term. So definitely that is looking good. But then if you look at how the market would react today, that's something that, a lot of speculations will actually decide this first day of results. So actual, movement of result is actually seen only after 2 days. 1 or 2 days after the results come. So today could be a knee-jerk reaction. We could see either it going up or going down, whatever it is. It is not the actual movement. So what we need to look at is maybe by Monday how Infosys and HCL performs. So what happens just a day after results. There are a lot of brokerages which come out with their own targets for each of these stocks. Some give a positive outlook, some give a negative outlook. So whichever side the majority of the people actually focus on, that side is what the stock market moves. But then as people understand the importance of the result over a period of time, 1 or 2 days, they start actually factoring in all these factors about this result. This is why the actual movement of the result is actually seen about 1 or 2 days after the result actually comes. So that is something that we need to focus on. But I am kind of positive on the IT sector, and the valuations are of course good. So it is time that they should actually start picking up now. So apart from that, if you look at after the Indian market closed, after the results came, we could also see the inflation data coming in. That was a major part, isn't it? So India inflation data came, and again, Indian inflation data has actually come lower than RBI expectation. So and the economics expectation, and it has actually come lower, which is lower than last month also, which gives a kind of very good confidence to the market. That is the first one. So that one part is cleared. Now this was kind of expected because the crude oil prices have been going down, and that has been a major favor to Indian market. But if you look at the US market, in the US market also the inflation has actually come down lower than last month, and that is something which actually gave cheers to the market. In fact, even this was taken with a pinch of salt in the US market, because yesterday the US market opened in the green, but from there it went on to a red selling mode, more than 1%, and from there it recovered overnight and closed in the green. So all the US markets have actually closed in the green. So again, the markets, it is like, I would say, fifth day where Nasdaq has actually closed in the green. So that is kind of doing well. So I'm sure our investment in Nasdaq also should be doing well as this market is recovering. So now, if this goes, there was also a comment by one of the Federal Reserve members that it is one of the voting members. So they said that there are chances that they really don't have to increase another 0.5% hike, but probably in the Jan end, whenever the meeting, the Federal Reserve meeting is happening, they might actually increase up to 0.25%. So that is their personal preference of this person. So will that happen? Of course, now the expectation is kind of set. The market would be kind of expecting a 0.25% hike. So now that has to be in focus. So now, since this tone is set in, now the market will be factoring in this, and we'll be looking forward to a 0.25% hike in the Jan-Feb monetary policy meet. And if that happens with an expectation, then the markets will kind of start recovering again in the US. Now, similarly in India also, we are expecting the RBI rate hikes to continue because they won't. Already things are better actually in India, but still they don't have to. But many times, like I've told, there is a lot of signs that RBI always follows the West. So that's something that could be on the cards. So apart from that, if you look at the major events coming up, the first one, of course, the US monetary policy, which will be on 29, 30, and 1st of Feb. And but if you look at the next important thing is the Indian Union budget. So these are two events which are going to hold the market rally for now. So until this event actually clears off, I don't expect the market to rally big. So naturally the markets are going to consolidate, but then the volatility is here to stay. So that's something we can kind of expect across these days. And now I would say we are kind of almost seasoned to kind of hold it, but still, yes, market can throw us new surprises. So it is actually a very difficult time for a trader. So if any trader is making money during this point of time, definitely it's an awesome result of their I would say analysis. So of course that's something good. Now coming to today, so today the focus would be on Wipro, because Wipro is announcing its results. In fact, the previous few quarters results have not been great for Wipro, and the stock has been underperforming a lot. So any good surprises from there can actually take Wipro upwards. Apart from that, if you look at two stocks, Nykaa and Paytm, oh my God, they've been completely battered down. Huge selling yesterday also for Paytm fell big and majorly there because of a block deal where Alibaba has actually taken off its stake, majority of its stake from the Paytm, and that's something which is taking the stock further down. So Paytm investors, definitely things are not looking good right now. So this is something which was kind of unexpected. So of course, if you invest in Paytm, you'll have it. They are actually testing your patience. So this is why I kind of don't believe in going for an IPO. Even if you look at LIC or if you look at Paytm, of course there would be some IPO which actually would have done well. But I always consider IPO as a big gamble. So I never get into it. So I always buy a stock only when I am clear on the stock. So, and the next important part of IPO is you only get to subscribe, even if you subscribe for multiple lots, you finally get allotted just one lot. And for that, you have your capital block there. So I am totally kind of against IPOs and I don't do IPOs myself. But of course, there are members who love it. So it's up to you. So that's something about Paytm and Nykaa. Nykaa also has been seeing huge selling pressure as Citi has actually offloaded their part of shares of Nykaa. And all this institutional selling is kind of putting all these shares into trouble. But of course, if you look at some other good companies like Sonacom is kind of trying to recover, that's something good. Motherson is kind of, if you see, has already gone up by almost 15% in last 2 weeks. So that's something really good, kind of it's stable and slowly recovering and doing well. That's something I can be, happy about. So with all this, yes, things are looking good. Of course, now, today, if you look at the market, in fact, Dow futures have actually fallen down. So naturally, when Dow futures falls, SGX Nifty has also fallen. In fact, at yesterday, SGX Nifty was above 18,000, but today it has kind of come down to almost 17,950. So we would see again a flat to slight gap up opening today. And I'm expecting the market to kind of continue to consolidate. Not a big rally, but of course, we might see, up and down movements, which could be very fast. So it is, of course, time to stay safe, not to take aggressive trades. In fact, we have not taken aggressive trades yesterday also because, of the market condition. So I'm not looking at taking aggressive trades, but even decent 1% return in a week is more than enough for us. So with that theme, we continue to work and make decent profits for the week. So that's it from my side. For investors, this was an opportunity. The market is falling down so much, it is best opportunity to start investing. If you have not done, at least start a SIP in a mutual fund. I'm sure they will yield amazing results in the upcoming years. So do go for it. This is the right time to start. If you want to do your tax planning, if you want to plan your investment, do connect with our team. The number is given here, or you could even be a part of a community by going to the website or phone number mentioned here, and you can join the community free of cost. So be a part of it. Let's grow financially together. So with that, this is Srikant signing off. But before we leave, do remember to press the like button. That of course motivates us if you love the content that we share, and do share this podcast with your friends and relatives to help them learn and invest together with us. Have a happy weekend. MPA members, let us catch up on Sunday for the 7 p.m. meeting with more details on the market and also the plan for future. With that, goodbye.